Young adult horror is few and far between. Some walk the line of horror and comedy, usually leaning more into the latter. Nightbooks, however, wears its horror inspiration on its sleeve and is not afraid to push the TV PG rating to its absolute limit, creating one fun-as-heck gateway horror flick. Nightbooks, based on the young adult novel of the same name and produced by the legendary Sam Raimi of Evil Dead and Drag Me to Hell fame, is a modern retelling of the Grimm's fairy tale classic, Hansel and Gretel. The film follows a young, horror-obsessed boy who's your atypical geek with a love for the macabre. He wears a jean vest filled with patches showing his fandoms and loves to write scary stories. Upon hearing his parents argue about his scary short stories aptly titled Nightbooks, he vows to never write another one again and sneaks out of his apartment to head down to the boiler room where he plans to burn all of his hard work. The elevator instead takes him to a mysterious floor he doesn't recognize, and soon after becomes imprisoned by a witch named Natasha, who forces Alex to write a new scary story for her every night. If he doesn't, he will be killed. Alex meets another imprisoned kid, a young woman by the name of Yasmin, who has accepted her fate and does everything she can to stay alive. The two befriend each other in hopes of working together to outsmart the witch and escape. Nightbooks is an absolutely fun horror flick that ultimately has a rather predictable plot, but the gorgeous set design, creepy creature designs, and some amazing performances across the board elevate this movie beyond just another family-friendly horror romp. The film oozes with character and never outstays its welcome with a brisk hour and 43-minute runtime. Nightbooks reminds me of those Disney Channel movie classics, specifically Don't Look Under the Bed. Those old Disney Channel flicks really push the envelope for young adult horror, starting a new generation of fans. You also get some wonderful creature design and effects that you can't help but wonder if Raimi worked on himself, specifically the spider-like creatures called shredders. Shredders are horribly twisted giant spiders with what looks like a skull for a head. They are shockingly terrifying and are a prime example of the A+ creature design on display. Another winning ingredient is the soundtrack. Any movie with Cry Little Sister, famously used as the iconic theme for The Lost Boys, is an automatic bump up for me. Nightbooks not only features the original version of this song, but also a haunting cover by Churches, both of which are appropriately used. Composer Michael Abel's score also helps to create the atmosphere of this stylish film in a unique and fun way. Ultimately, Nightbooks is another win for Netflix, and is one of the most fun young adult horror films I have ever seen. I firmly hope this one goes down as a classic and is one I would highly recommend for any young fan or old fan exploring horror. I give Nightbooks 4 out of 5 stars.